Hello and welcome to the Forefront Technologies demo series. Today we're going to give you a quick demo of the application Xtender platform. So real quick, a quick overview on Forefront before we get started. This is what we do. We help customers manage content and build applications for various departments within the organizations to manage your AP documents, your HR documents, correspondence, control documents, records management, and those types of applications. We've been a partner with Application Xtender and Documentum since 1998, so we've been doing this for a long time, for over 20 years. We work with a wide variety of clients. There's just a subset of some of our logos of clients we work with there, and we work on projects all over the world. So now, if we talk a little bit about Application Xtender, and if you're familiar with it all, what it allows you to do is simplify document management and basically give you an imaging system so that we can head down the path away and start our digital transformation process to get away from paper. We're wanting to get away from paper, get the electronic documents and store them. We want to be able to capture information off there, keep them organized and categorized, whether it's AP invoices or accounts payable, or HR documents, or our records, our quality documents from our teams, or vendor contracts. Organize them and control them for each department. Allow each department certain security so they can control who has access. If we need to do workflow to route it around for review and approval. And again, it gives us that central repository that we know where our content is. And we can set up a different application for every department. So again, very powerful. And again, a simple, easy to use document management system. And again, this slide just really kind of talks about where we start. And so we can start with paper, or we could start with emailing files directly into the system. Could be that we take a picture with our iPhone or our Google or our Android device, or we could drag and drop or import files into the system. And the key is, once we bring them in, we're going to start classifying them and identifying what they are, and then organizing. The system may automatically add index values, or we could add it. And then once we put it in there, now we can control it, manage it, and store it. We can integrate with other applications. We have reports to see audit control, who has access to certain documents, who has access to documents. But again, the key, bringing them into Application Xtender, giving us that platform for digital transformation, and making it easy to find our information so our teams can get to work. Very, very powerful. Just a few more features about the application. Simple, easy to use. It's web-based. Again, we've talked about workflow. We've talked about capture and organization, organizing these documents. There's integrations into Microsoft Office. There's full text search capabilities. And you can ask, what does that mean? Well, not only may we have an invoice with an index value for Acme Inc., the vendor, we could search inside that invoice for certain text. So if we want to see that we had a widget or 17 widgets inside that invoice, we can do that full text search to be able to find that information. We talked about the simple interface, but it's also easy to deploy. And so, we're talking about being able to bring you a very powerful application in just a matter of a few weeks that, again, gives you something powerful for your teams to use that is easy to use. We've got RESTful service and all of the APIs out there to integrate this application with other systems, and you can install it in your data center, or it's something that can be hosted for your team, either with your hosting providers, or we can work with you to provide you a hosted instance as well. So let's take a quick look and kind of see what Application Xtender would look like. When I go to log in, you can see I'm logged in as a user that has access to a lot of different applications. And so if I navigate to the accounts payable application, you can see that there's highlighted there several of the different applications I have access to. What you see is all based on your permissions. We can go into a deeper dive demo with you and kind of log in as different users and see that. But if you're only supposed to see AP, that's all you'd see. You wouldn't see the business office, the checks, the HR, and those different applications. You can control it so users only see what they have access to see. Now that I'm in AP, I'm able to go in and you can see there's a couple of different tiles on here, so I can start taking action on what I need to do. I can create a new search, I can add a document, but let's go in and let's create a new search or a new query. And when we do that, you can see for AP, we've got all of these index values or metadata fields. So we can search for certain data fields. Best of all, this is totally configurable. So each group, each department can determine what are the data fields we want to capture for the information we add to the system, and what are the data fields we want to use to search for the content. So again, this is AP. We'll look at another one in just a second, but here I can search by the scan date, the vendor number, the vendor name, the amount, whatever information is valuable for me. And when I do that search, it brings back my invoice, and we can see it returns my invoice in a viewer. And so I've got my viewer. I can zoom, I can search down into the content, I can mark it up and annotate that image. And again, this is where a lot of teams will use this for electronic review and approval. So we can have a user just kind of stamp it on that invoice that says this is approved by Randall, and we've got that information captured in the system. And you'll notice on the right side, or at the top here, I'm highlighting the different things that we can do. Again, zooming, looking at the different pages, adding our annotations. And then in the next highlight here, we've got the different index values of what we have access to. So again, very powerful, very simple, and all fully configurable to whatever those users have. Here, login as a different user or access a different application. So we have the contracts application. And so you can see, again, it lets us know we're in our contracts application, and again, our tiles at the top. We can go in and do something, and if we search for a contract document, notice the data fields are different. So we've got contract number, document type, company name. So that just goes to show how all of these different applications and different document types can be set up with different data fields and different information, allowing us to easily find what we're looking for. So I know this was a quick demo, but hopefully this gives you a quick overview. And again, thank you for watching, and here's my contact information. And if you need more information, let us know. Thanks, and have a great day.